We're now about to enter into the section on cycles, trends, and patterns, your first set of tools, which will be 4 shorter videos. Cycles, trends, and patterns are the activities that happen around you, put into some type of framework that you can be able to utilize it. And what that does is it enables you to take what you've learned in, say, the awareness category, where you had awareness about things that are happening in your life, in your world, you have your global awareness, you had your competitive intelligence. All the pieces of data that come into your life every day are put into separate types of categories. One of them is cycles, one of them is trends, and one of them is in patterns. And if you can find how these work, how they connect to one another, and you connect them to the tools that you've learned or will learn or spent time learning on, depending on how you're reading the book, such as connecting the dots or being able to look inside, outside, up and down, all of these connect where you can start to create opportunities. And they'll help you once again to move from the retro and current to a future orientation. What's great about today, in today's times, is today's 2015. We've been doing these videos for a while. There's a lot of talk about what's called big data, and big data is allowing us to not only see what we see in cycles, trends, and patterns, but be able to dig down deep to find even more. For example, yesterday I was watching a TED Talk, and they were able to extrapolate information that we would not have seen with the naked eye, or even with some type of calculations without supercomputers being able to do that type of analysis. It also allows us to, in cycles, trends, and patterns, to be able to identify where cycles, trends, and patterns break. So they break, and they break meaning cycles don't always continue forever, and patterns don't always continue forever, and some do. So this chapter this section is going to give you a whole new set of tools that will enable you to see something differently than you did before. But before I go and we start on the first one, I'd like to share with you this. Cycles, trends, and patterns are so powerful that even the production, in my life, if you want to say, so powerful that even the production of the book, I always use the term cycles, trends, and patterns. And for some reason, at one point, Lori, who was helping me write the book, you saw her as one of the writer in Writing Paid to Think, she would sometimes modify it to a different orientation. And my mind always went back to the pattern, cycles, trends, and patterns. So we stuck it in the book because that's the way in which I see it. That's the way it comes off my mouth, off my tongue and my lips. So we're going to get started. I know you're going to see the world differently as you adopt these tools into your life. So let's get started with the first one, which will be, obviously, I was checking, cycles.